all these questions you and I are stumbling around trying to figure out, they just figure out, and the question's 1,000 times more sophisticated. And then I sort of have this weird thought of like, and maybe that's like the next species evolution is like, you know, like right now we're kind of the point of the arrow of evolution because we're like above apes and whatever. Yeah. And then maybe, boom, the next one up is like there's just this AI realm, and they're now creating super duper duper computers, and it's just like, and now we just become like the next animals in the zoo, and we're just like we do our thing, and we play soccer, and we paint pictures, and the world of AI watches us just in the same way that we like watch birds.
Warning, this podcast is for entertainment only and not intended for medical purposes.
Of all the people I've heard describe the dystopian, and I assumed this was slightly dystopian, even though you told it in a way that was like, ooh, I didn't even find that to be so horrible, right? Because it's like, I already am a fucking animal in a zoo, right?
Right.
Like, I have all this assumed freedom of what I can do in the zoo. But really, that's it. The only difference is there's no actual noosphere. Remember that philosopher who was imagining that there would be a technology sphere above whatever our consciousness was? Who was that? It was like Paul Tillich.
Teilhard de Chardin.
Oh,
it was Teilhard de Chardin. Because there was like this sphere and that sphere, and then like the biosphere, and then eventually the biosphere got sophisticated enough to create the new sphere, and the new sphere maybe is AI.
Well, I liked your second hypothesis better. I did.
That we're basically just going to become the zoo animals, and the AI will like feed us little biscuits.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And like, just like in the Matrix, but like in the Matrix, we're some weird power source, which, whatever,
Yeah, most people, when they think this thought I had, they take it a much darker way, that AI is going to take over and we have to battle them, and they're going to like turn us into milk cows and steal our fucking cerebral spinal fluid or whatever. It's like, I mean, maybe that'll happen, but maybe it's like, they like us and they think we're cute.
Like, what the fuck would they do with our bone marrow and cerebral spinal fluid? They don't fucking need it, dude.
I don't know, but that's where people's imagination always goes, is to they're farming our bone marrow. It's like, why do we assume that?
Well, because it's all within the biosphere, and because we, as the top of the thing, have to live. Our cellular structure lives off of the consumption of other beings that have somehow synthesized the energy from the sun, right?
Yeah.
So our whole metabolic, our actual source of life is through the consumption of the others, and so our imaginations are so fucking lame that
And that's why AI will be so much better than us, is they won't need to be cannibalistic in the way that we are. They don't need to kill the biosphere to survive.
And make giant farms with cows and chickens.
They won't need to do any of that because they won't need food. I mean, they'll need energy, but their million times smarter thing will be able to figure out how to make energy instantly because there's so much energy in the universe. They'll figure it out. They don't need oxygen. They don't need water. They don't need food.
So how do we go from where we are today, where the basic human being is just trying to figure out, how do I like create a calendar and then a phone and then a workout app that all works together, and AI will do that for me, and that'll make my life better, and then I'll be able to do my real dreams, right? I think that if you're an intelligent person, I think you're imagining something like that, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe that's not even an intelligent thought.
I certainly don't have that thought. I'm kind of like, whatever, fuck AI. I don't really give a fuck about AI. I'm like, I'm gonna just carry on with my life, and one day it'll like replace me as a therapist. They won't need me anymore because AI will be better. Then I'll be like, all right, then I'll just like play golf.
Well, like I hope that we're replaced because you and I are of the very few male therapists left. It's a complete female-dominated field. Like
When are you gonna quit?
anytime, like it just depends on what I end up figuring out to do next.
Yeah.
Like, and my mind has started to think about that maybe 3 years ago. I started to think like, oh, you know, when I was like 45, I think I started to think like, I will do something else now. I think
You were like, oh, I wish AI would hurry up so I can check on my app and have AI tell me what to fucking do next.